Hello. Welcome back.
Oh, hey.
I didn't notice you there. Today is a special day. We finally get to talk about one of Sam's biggest favorite things.
Yeah.
And also, you're tuning in to the Pod-1218 podcast. This is the podcast taking place in Earth 1218. You know, the one that's devoid of all superpowers and all superhuman beings and everything, weird and like that. I jest. Anywho, yeah, you're listening to the Pod 1218, and I am solving a Rubik's Cube. I need to put this down before I just am looking at this the whole time. We're going to be talking about some things that upset me, and some stuff that Sam loves. Today's itinerary features probably a ton of news, because, nothing ever stops happening in the pop culture world. Well, there's Sam's topic. Shine Down, the band.
Yeah. Got a lot of good stuff to cover with that.
A lot of good stuff. I regret to inform you I've been up since 4:30 this morning again because I have a job. I apologize.
Yeah, sorry guys. You're not keeping up. We can't do this full time yet.
Yeah, we can't do this full time to where I can sleep in until 11 every day. And I can just get up, make some content, go on about my day, play some Slay the Spire or something, play some Balatro, maybe Clover Pit, maybe start a new game, who knows. But no, I have to go clock in, because you guys aren't locking in, alright? Make us famous, or else, I'm joking. I don't know what I'm saying.
That's okay. So yeah, on to some nerd news. Matt, you want to start us off with why you're so pissed today?
Sure. So, I had the honor of watching the season series finale of Stranger Things. And, Sam, you may be confused by how I was speaking earlier, because I thoroughly enjoyed the finale.
Okay.
It's the other people that are making me upset. Because maybe I'm just not grasping it. Maybe I'm just filled with too much whimsy and enjoy things too much. I mean, I've said it on this show plenty of times that I love just watching shows. I love consuming media because it makes me feel good and it makes me reflect on myself and think about everything that all these characters have been through and think, wow, they did that, and now we get this ending that is pretty okay for what I was expecting. Other people did not share that opinion, Sam. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, so the newest craze is hating the Duffer Brothers and saying that this is the worst ending to a show they've ever seen. They've ruined everything, and I can almost understand why they're upset. A lot of people are claiming bad writing, plot holes, and stuff like that. I even posted about it on the Pod-1218 TikTok. I don't know if you saw, but immediately before we started getting any likes, I don't even think that post got any likes other than maybe 2, but it was filled with people just arguing with each other in the comments, and that's what this has brought. Just like a civil unrest between fans of Stranger Things and other fans of Stranger Things. And to the specific subgroup of fans of Stranger Things that are severely disappointed with the ending, I just want to ask, sorry about that. I don't know if you could hear that, but there was some pretty loud banging on the outside of my room. But if you are part of that specific subgroup of people, why? When did it become cool to actually hate something that you thoroughly enjoyed simply because of bad writing? Like, quote-unquote bad writing. Because they tied up, quite literally, all major plot lines. These supposed... I won't even say supposed, because it feels like I'm trying to rage bait people into coming into the comments, which I am. But I truly want all the smoke on this, because all the plot holes I've been seeing are super minute details that people just want answers for but don't need to be answered. Some of them I have answers for, but they're not willing to listen. And it's just like, imagine like the socio-political state of the world and then equate it to something as small as a TV show. You know what I mean? Like, it's as if like one side is like dehumanizing the other simply because they enjoyed it, whereas the people that enjoyed it are just like trying to, understand why people are disliking it and then giving the reasons why they like it and then immediately getting shot down. I think that it was a very beautiful finale. The show, sadly, I'm so sorry to tell you this, people, but the show was never truly about like the upside down. It just so happened that all these events were happening to this group of people. See, this is why the Duffer Brothers are smart, and they care about what they're writing about. The entire show is given to us as what? We're presented with D&D. D&D is now mainstream because Stranger Things. I've been enjoying D&D well before Stranger Things came out, or at least subsects of, role-playing games. But this show kind of blew the whole group of D&D nerds into the sky and then gave everyone binoculars and said, look, it's D&D. And they ran with that. So this show is about D&D. One thing I can tell you about D&D is it's not about the bad guy. The whole point of playing D&D is not about the bad guy. There's a narrative, sure, but the point of D&D is coming together with your friends and making memories of, having fun. Do I think that there was some, like, super sped up parts? Yes. Do I think that things dragged in certain parts? Sure. Do I think that it ended the way it should have? Yes, I do. And I'm not upset about that. Because I enjoy shows, I take context clues, and I look at the concept of the show. All these kids came together doing what? Playing D&D. Then something bad happens. Oh, okay. Let's go get our friend back. They get their friend back. Turns out shit isn't right still, but it's still centered around these group of people. There is a big bad guy, and like a subplot happening in the background while other shit happening. But it's always been about these kids. And you're upset, not you, Sam, but the viewer. You are upset. You specifically. I'm talking to you, Dylan. I'm telling you that the finale was never meant to be based around the end of Vecna. It was to be, how are these kids going to overcome this great obstacle and what's going to happen to them afterwards. People love to... we've just been so engrossed in all this good media that's coming out that the concept of a happy ending or the concept of something that isn't their own headcanon of certain characters makes the entire show bad. Makes the entire season bad. This thing, they didn't talk about this minute detail about this group of people and how they got out of said situation. Clearly, that's a really big, important thing. It's not. I'm telling you right now. Let me give you a look into what I'm talking about, Sam. So, it's revealed in Volume 2 of Stranger Things Season 5 that one of the captured superpowered individuals, her name is Kali. She was taken into as like a prisoner almost, and her blood was being siphoned and pumped into pregnant women to create superpowered babies. Yeah. So it's very much Baraska. I don't know if you've read that story. It's very much like just the worst possible thing you could ever think of. And the immediate question that people have is, what about the pregnant women? We never got, once we learned about them, nothing ever happened. Did they get out? What happened about the pregnant women? What about that? What about them? That was just to tell you what their plans were. I'll tell you something else about these pregnant women, Sam. In the context of the show, through dialogue and storytelling, the writers of the show, the Duffer Brothers, tell us through Kali that the blood that they were giving the pregnant women were the pregnant women and their babies. So what happened to the pregnant women, Sam?
They're just gone.
That's right. They're dead. Shocker. Watch the show. This is all this is. A lot of people also bring up with the big final battle. By the way, this is one of the coolest, like, ancient deity, like, shots I've ever seen. I don't know if you've seen clips or, like, snippets of what the Mind Flayer looks like. Grotesque. It's awesome. Like, it's a big kaiju fight versus a bunch of little dudes. It's just like D&D. Weird. And then they devise a plan. They're like, what's its weakness? Oh, we know it's fire, so let's use fire-based attacks. Guess what they all prepped? Fire-based attacks. Okay, someone's gonna go and draw the attention of said thing while someone else goes inside of it to fight the guy that's inside of the giant monster, because they're both connected through a hive mind, right? So when you hurt one thing, it hurts the other. You take out one thing, and then the other's power is drained. That's how hive minds work. Right? So they draw the giant thing's, attention. The superpower girl, 11, she's inside battling Vecna. She's been practicing for this moment. Quite literally, she's been practicing for this moment. We do that. She's fighting. She's getting the upper hand. They're duking it out. Some happens. They're using fire-based attacks. It's hurting the Mind Flayer or whatever. They essentially win. That was about the first hour of the 2-hour episode. We were about an hour in. The main battle happened for like about 10-15 minutes maybe. Might be less. And then we get the end of the show. Then we move into the epilogue. The epilogue is all of the social issues and partnerships, relationships, interconnections being resolved. People talking to each other, coming to terms with what they just witnessed and what they dealt with. And all this stuff. And all people can think about is, what about the pregnant women? What about, why weren't there a bunch of demogorgons and demo bats and demo dogs? So, Sam, I'll tell you this. When it is revealed that Will, who is the little boy that got taken in the first season, when it is revealed that he can access the hive mind, he was taken, and essentially, since he was the first person or whatever to be taken, he was given a little bit more of Vecna's, or not Vecna's, but like the Mind Flayer's, because he was supposed to be the original seed bearer to infect the overworld, right? But the whole plan the whole time was to get 12 other kids to be able to converge both worlds together so that the Mind Flayer could take over the overworld. That's the whole point.
Okay.
So Will, he's siphoning Vecna's mental powers through the hive mind, like the Mind Flayer. Will has been able to feel through the hive mind. He's able to utilize the hive mind, but he's not in the hive mind. He's just he touches it. He's able to connect, but then disconnect. Something these other two beings can't do. They can't disconnect. So yeah, people are saying, why didn't he die when he was connected to the hive mind? And shit like that. He disconnects. He disconnects from it, man. He chooses when to and when not to. What are we talking about? Well, it doesn't make sense. Open your mind. I just explained it to you. The last thing I want to talk about. They bring up, why weren't there demogorgons, demobats, all these other creatures or whatever that we see throughout the seasons? So initially, when we find out that Mr. Will can siphon the powers from Vecna and use them for himself by connecting to the hive mind, essentially, Vecna sends 4 or 5 demogorgons. I figured that there weren't that many demogorgons in the first place because they're fully developed demo dogs. Demo dogs are the baby version of a demogorgon, right? Will goes through the hive mind and snaps all the demogorgons' necks and them all, utilizing Vecna's powers. Then, in Volume 2, Vecna goes, I know where Max is. Max is a chick who is in a comatose state, but he sends reinforcements to go but he only sends demo dogs, which, like I stated, are the baby versions of the demogorgons, right? Why wouldn't he just send full demogorgons? Unless, I don't know, Will kill them all? Will kill the only ones that he had right at the moment. Like, there is reason to believe that most likely the reason he sent demo dogs is because he didn't have the Demogorgons to send. He only had the babies, and the babies are just as good. They're just as vicious. Demogorgons are just bipedal, okay? So, he sends the demo dogs. Then, those same 3 demo dogs, say it with me, die in an explosion. Oh, so why isn't there Demogorgons and demo dogs in the final fight?
Because they're
They're all dead. Weird. As for the demo bats, I have no idea. But the demo bats, wait, they're in the eggs only to be hatched soon from the mind flare.
Soon.
Sam, I wish you would have watched this so that you can be like, yeah, I do know what you're talking about, because I feel like I gotta go back and be like, yeah, and then this, and then this. This is tiring. Moral of the story, rewatch the show.
Yeah.
Because I think, obviously, I'm not 100% right. Most of my stuff that I talk about is theories. But all of the plot holes that I see, aside from the 3 points I just brought up, all the plot holes I see are just like minute details about side characters that don't matter. It's not the main group of people. It's not. So what is the point of bringing it up? The other thing is people saying that the show is queer baiting.
Why? Because there's like 2 gay people in it?
No, because there's one gay person. Well, there is two gay people, but the one gay man, Will, finally comes out as gay in the final season so that he can finally have no restrictions on himself. He comes out to the entirety of the group because him being closeted was something that Vecna was utilizing to scare him. So he couldn't act fully within his own mind to disconnect and connect from the hive mind. Bringing us back to the disconnection of the hive mind thing. He had nothing to hold over him, so he could fully go balls to the wall and finally show him who's boss, you know? But a lot of people, the online shipping community, as well known as non-toxic as they are, they were severely shipping him with his straight best friend. And shocker, when they don't get together, we riot. I'm in a LGBTQ relationship, so I don't really care that he didn't get with Mike. I don't care that Mike didn't reciprocate that, because Mike's girlfriend sacrificed herself. You think Mike is gonna go, oh yeah, my girlfriend just died, let me suck on your fat hog, man? No! Anywho, I will continuously get angrier if I keep talking about it, but just know, you have the potential to be a happier human being if you just enjoy media. Stop thinking of things so critically and just watch it with the intent to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I think you'll find out that you'll be a lot more happy as a human being than if you were to criticize everything. Will I go up to bat for anything else that I feel so strongly about? Yes. If you can't open your mind to the fact that not everything has to be a doom and gloom situation, there are happy endings to things, specifically in D&D, most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, everybody lives in the D&D world, except for a few minor side characters that keep the party going, you know? People like Barb, people like Chrissy and Eddie, and all these other side characters that got offed, they are just to move the story along, because the story was never about the side characters. It's about the main group overcoming so many things just to finally live happily ever after, minus a few people. I love this show. I enjoyed the show. I heavily suggest that you watch the show. I think you would like it. I know you don't like Dungeons and Dragons. It's not a major thing in the show. It is definitely like a good like subcontext to it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it's very easy to follow.
Okay. I mean, I did watch the pilot. I'll probably pick it back up sometime.
Yeah, I don't know if you're even still watching Game of Thrones, but
No, I don't even remember what episode I was on.
we were so close, guys. Anyways,
But yeah,
yeah,
really
I
goes to
enjoyed
show
it.
the real Stranger Things are the friends we made along the way.
Hey, the real Stranger Things is the fact that everybody hates everything.
Yeah.
I remember when people were hating on the Superman movie because he was too good. Huh? I remember when people were hating on anything, and they were viewed as people hate to hate. I also think that it's a lot of it's just rage bait. I would like to think that it's just a lot of rage bait, but we won't know. You wanna know why? Because there's no more of the show.
How do you feel now that the show is over?
I cried quite a few times during the finale, and just like thinking about it afterwards, I shed a few tears. Because this was, 10 years of some people's lives. I caught on to Stranger Things a little bit after season 2. There was quite a little bit of, lifting room for me. And I was there for the premiere of season 3. I was there for the premiere of season 4. And subsequently season 5. And the end of the show. So I may not have been here from the beginning, but I've been a fan ever since I started it. And the fact that it simply is over is a little bit hard to grasp. But this is genuinely one of the shows of all time. I assume that this is how people watching Lost felt after Lost ended.
Could be. Because I heard the ending of Lost was controversial too.
Yes, but I'm just glad that they didn't do the whole, and it was all just a D&D campaign. Whoa, none of it was real, guys.
They woke up and it was all a dream. A very, very long dream.
You know what? God forbid a white boy get a little sauce, you know what I'm saying? Mind if a white boy break it down real quick? Oh shit. Oh shit. Anywho, yeah, so I rate the entirety of season 5 after finishing the finale a heavy 9 out of 10. Only because it wasn't a bad ending. And if it's not a bad ending, even if it were a bad ending, I'd still think it would be at least a 7. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do I wish there was a little bit more stakes? Sure. None of my theories were correct. Steve did not die. Dustin did not die. Mike did not die. Technically, only 3 main characters, 2 if you want to be weird, have died. But yeah, so 1 side character, 2 main characters technically. Yeah. Either way, watch the show again if you actually did not enjoy it. Get back to me when you realize that most of the plot holes that you're talking about don't matter in the long scheme of things. But other than that, get in the comments, yell at me, tell me I'm wrong. I'll be here for it. And then if you guys are too mean to me, I'll send Sam after you.
Yeah, I know everyone's IP address.
Told you, he's wildin'. He's crazy. Anyways, what other news do we have, Sam?
A couple things. Actor Idris Elba is being knighted, so he can now go by Sir Idris Elba.
That just rolls off the tongue, too.
I know. There was another recent knighthood that I saw that was, really fitting, too.
Like Sir Ian McKellen?
Yeah, it was someone else. It was, recently. I think it was Gary Oldman.
Sir Gary Oldman?
Yeah.
Interesting.
But, these, knighted celebrities, they deserve it a lot, because they're just phenomenal actors. I don't know if knighthood has to do with anything other than acting, but...
What?
Does knighthood have to do with anything other than acting?
Yes.
What?
When you're knighted, you're a knight. You hold the title of a knight of the so there's this whole thing, and they only do it with mostly British people, so Idris Elba, Ian McKellen, Patrick Stewart, other people. I'm sure it's just a great honor now. I don't think you have to serve, but most of the time it is people who have served for Britain in some way, shape, or form.
I guess it's just a gesture of public recognition, mainly.
Yeah, that too. So, I mean, in if we were in the whole, sword fights and stallion riding situation, you would have to be donning a plate of armor, and you were able to command people to do things and stuff. But now it's just recognition. It's kind of imagine you had a star on the Walk of Fame.
Okay.
Except you can add Sir onto... It's like a title.
Yeah.
If you own... Because technically you can buy plots of land in Scotland, because there's so much, land or whatever. If you buy, even just, a square foot for, $100, you're technically a lord. So you can put lord, on official documents and stuff.
Okay.
Do you know how cool that would be? Lord Samwise...
Samwise the Great.
Yes. I don't know if it's in your news, but did you see the leaks of the X-Men teaser trailer?
Oh yeah, I did. Looks pretty good.
Oh my god. I'm so excited. I want to know what's making Mr. Scott Summers do all that, bro. I gotta know. Also, when did they retire the black leather suits?
You don't like the comic accurate look?
No, I love the comic accurate, but also, like, if you're gonna the Fox universe, make them the jet black, super serious, leather latex wearing baddies that they are. Give them the sunglasses, not the visor. Like,
Yeah, what the heck? What the heck, Marvel?
what the dude? Like, come on. I love the comic accurate stuff, but also I liked the suit situation.
Yeah.
It was iconic for the time. It's like early 2000s, like Matrix wear. You know what I mean? Like, it's just riding the coattails of the Blade movies,
hmm
making a super serious situation out of like light-hearted like mutants that are fighting for their lives every day because they're different, marginalized communities and stuff.
Yeah, they gotta get with it.
If you don't get with it, you're against it, and if you're against it, you're against me and Sam because I'm roping him in.
Yeah. You're doing what to me?
I'm roping you in.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of which, I can't wait for the Morbius teaser trailer.
The Morbius teaser trailer? This
Yeah,
one?
buddy. Yeah, buddy. That's what they should put in movie theaters. It's just you holding the Morbius, and then it just says Michael Morbius. Dr. Michael Morbius will return for Doomsday. And then he gets slimed out in the first 5 minutes of him being on screen.
King, you distract Doom while me and
Me
Morbius.
and Morbius will take the bedroom.
Yeah.
Alright, Captain America, Spider-Man, you go distract Kang. Me and Morbius? Well, you know what it is. And then he takes me under his wing and goes, "It's Morbin time!" And then we fly into Doom's face, drop kicking him. The face mask comes off and he goes, "I doom you 3000." And then we all perish.
Everyone in the movie theater gone.
Yeah, we all get snapped because this is a fourth wall break. And then we introduce Deadpool, and then Ryan Reynolds himself comes into each theater as himself because he's made clones of himself. And then he goes, "I need you guys to help me get into the movie to save the space-time continuum." And then Doc Martin goes, "I've got the DeLorean." Or Doc Martin. What is his name?
It's
Doc Brown.
Yeah, Doc Brown.
Doc Brown. He goes, "I've got the DeLorean. I've put 10,000 gigawatts into the flux capacitor." And then Ryan Reynolds goes, "You son of a..." And then they Predator handshake. And then we all get transported into Marvel. And then the real Doomsday is the friends we made along the way.
Right. Well, there you go, everyone.
Cinema.
That's Matt's prediction for Doomsday, right there. You don't even have to go
God,
see the
I
movie
wish-
anymore. He already spoiled it. Sorry.
Sorry. Kevin Feige actually reached out to me and said, "Hey guys, you get to talk about the special Doomsday trailers before they get dropped." But he didn't allow us to do live reactions to them. But we can talk about it though.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I also saw snippets of the fourth teaser trailer, which is the Black Panther squad.
Black Panther?
Like the Wakanda squad, so like M'Baku, Shuri.
M'Baku.
What if I...
Me when I rage bait Matt.
No, there's plenty of ways to rage bait me, but saying M'Baku like that is not... You could go, "But what about the pregnant women?" What about them? I'm still so salty. I really am. This is the last thing I'm going to say about it. I'm only upset because of other people not enjoying it. Like, I just want other people to feel joy and whimsy. Is that too much to ask? It would appear so.
Guess so, yeah.
Yeah. You want to know a bad movie? Morbius. Sorry. That's a bad movie with bad writing. You wouldn't like me when I'm thirsty or whatever. You wouldn't like me when I'm hungry. You know it's bad writing, but an iconic moment. The whole street dance of Spider-Man 3.
That's a classic. What are you talking about?
Doing all that? That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's iconic and I love it, but like, why is it there? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like filler. Sure, it's a meme and it's iconic, but like, why? Why is that there?
It's supposed to represent his edginess.
Yeah, I'm edging when I watch that movie.
Who isn't?
I'm gonna throw some dirt in your eye, except replace dirt with something else. I don't know, man.
In some more Marvel news, we got a famous director in talks to direct a Marvel project.
Are you talking about Jordan Peele?
Yeah. You
Yes!
heard about that?
Yes, I did. I wanted it to be Blade.
Yeah, I think they, like, reposted something about, like, a Blade thing someone mentioned, and they did, like, a eyeing emoji or something about it, so...
Yeah,
the eyes.
I would love that. Or I think he could do like a super cool, like horror-esque, like what am I thinking of? Like if they redid the New Mutants movie or whatever, but like
Yeah, kind of like some sort of...
if they kept like the thriller horror vibes, but just had a better cast and also better writing, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I think that he could make that good. Keep Anya Taylor-Joy though as Magic. Everyone else can get recast. I don't give a
Yeah.
But I digress. Yeah, no, I'm super excited though. Whatever he makes, I'm gonna watch it. Obviously, I gotta watch it. It's part of the whole point now. But yeah.
Yeah, that'll be pretty exciting.
Yeah, that is like. Well, the only thing is like Keegan Michael Key is gonna be in it. Like, he's gonna be like the relief that the comic relief that like dies halfway through, and then you realize this isn't a funny movie. Keegan Michael Key gets absolutely like mutilated by Kraven the Hunter. Speaking of which, Kraven the Hunter, another good movie just with bad writing. They wrote Rhino so terribly in that movie, but I loved that movie so much.
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen
You might not like it.
Sony movies. Well, I did see the
might not
Venom
like it,
one
but-
trilogy. I forgot about that.
I liked Venom 3.
I thought it was alright. The only thing is, now, whenever I hear Memories by Maroon 5, I think of the ending of that movie. How it's just like a cheesy montage of all the memories they went through.
Again, bad writing, but I liked the movie, so... I liked Let There Be Carnage, but that one, the writing was okay. It was just super, like, fast-paced.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I felt like there was, like... The movie went by so quickly. Like, it was a whole lot of, like, nothing burger. And then, like, here's the full course for the last 5 minutes. And you go, what? No! What?
What's going
Also,
on?
no Knoll in Venom 3. He's, like, the main bad guy, but he's, like, on screen for, like, 30 seconds combined.
Yeah.
Anywho. Give me a Werewolf by Night full-length feature, like, Morbius Man-Thing team-up. MCU, directed by... Jordan Peele,
That could be good. That could be good.
and then introduce Blade as like the antagonist to Morbius, and then it's just the guy. What Mahershala Ali? There we go. Couldn't think of it. Speaking of which, I'm almost done with Punisher season 1. Very good. Just the right amount of gory. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I just finished episode 12 out of 13. Kind of goated with the sauce, if I might add. John Bernthal needs to 100% be a part of the MCU, and I'm glad that he will be. Come July, or whatever.
Why do I have to wait for July?
Spider-Man Brand New Day?
Well, yeah.
Get with the program, Sam. We've talked about this plenty of times.
Yeah, I forgot he was in that movie for a second. Or he's supposed to be.
I hope it's more than a second.
Yeah, he's gonna come on screen and be like, let me tell you something, Pete.
Let me tell you something, Red. And then Matt Murdock goes, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm not in this one. And then Peter Parker's like spider senses go off. And he goes, wait a minute. He's right behind me, isn't he? And then he looks behind him and it's Hulk. And he goes, Hulk smash. And then he straight demolishes Peter's cheeks. Cinema.
Here we go, folks. Another spoiled movie of Brand New Day. You don't have to go see
I
that
told you
anymore.
I'm in talks with Feige. He didn't trust me with too much.
Ugh.
Also confirmed Bluey in Doomsday. Bluey will return in Doomsday.
Bluey the dog?
Yeah, everybody's in this. Matt and Sam will return for Doomsday.
Guys, don't worry. Pod-1218 is going
Sam,
to be
wake up.
in
Sam, wake up.
movies.
Sam, wake up. It's just a atomized baby.
So yeah, folks,
We're never gonna get the shine down. Holy.
two things I did want to talk about.
Okay.
I watched a really good Guy Ritchie movie called Wrath of Man, and it has Jason Statham in it.
Statham.
Yeah, Jason Statham. And it also has Scott Eastwood and Josh Hartnett. With surprise cameos from Andy Garcia and also Post Malone.
Interesting.
I was surprised to see Post Malone in the movie. He showed up on the screen and I was like, is that Post Malone? Yeah, that is Post Malone.
And then everybody goes, "It's Post Malone," and then you go, "It's posting time."
And then he met up with Jason Statham and was like, on the Wrath of Man.
Bro, are you okay? God,
Yeah.
you just keep saying weird about like these people, man.
But yeah,
Mispronouncing their names.
it was a really good movie. Guy Ritchie does a really excellent job with his cinematography, his storytelling. You know, there were some time jumps, but it's only to explain certain things, and then, like, eventually it all gets, like, smoothed out, and you see everyone's point of view and all of that, and like I said, the cinematography was great. He does some really good shots in the movie, so overall, I thought it was a
back
really
shots
good
in the movie.
I don't think so, come to think of it. But it is on Netflix for those of you who have Netflix. Good movie recommendation. And then one of the last things I wanted to talk about while Matt's finishing solving his Rubik's Cube.
Yep. This is how I regulate myself so that you don't have to hear me talk all the time.
I used some Christmas money to buy some games, and I bought Claire Obscure 33.
Really?
I did. I bought it. I even got it on sale and everything, and downloaded it, played it. Man, is it a good game. I think you would like it, Matt. It's definitely got like this beautiful world that you can explore and everything.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it seems like a game that's like right up my alley. It's just, I have so many games. Like you, I like don't know when to stop with games.
Mm-hmm.
So I start so many. A mutual friend of ours actually like got me into this this new roguelite that I brought up once called Slay the Spire.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just been like taking all of my time. I was playing it before we got on call today. So fun. It's just, imagine a deck builder that like just never stops being fun. So good. So good. It's everything I could ask for and more. But yeah, no, Claire Obscure, does it seem like it was worth it, you know? Like with it being, you know, game of the year and everything?
I think so. It was definitely, let's see, right now it is 20% off on Steam. It is $40. Well worth it, in my opinion. It's got a great story. Even the prologue. I played through the prologue and a little bit of the beginning of the game. The prologue is real good. It does a real good job teaching you how to do things in the game with the gameplay. Like I said, the world is absolutely beautiful. And the story itself, it seems like it's well written. It's very interesting. If I were you, I would like just get into it. Don't even look up any like any story aspects beforehand or anything to see what it's about. Just go straight into it, because it's something that I didn't know what to expect at first, and after playing it, I was kind of immediately hooked. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. How's the parry system? I heard that that's like one of the best parts.
It is a lot of fun. Obviously, it's like a turn-based RPG, and then, like you said, there's like a parry and dodge system and like countering in the game. It's really interesting because they use it in conjunction with other like gameplay mechanics. So it's not just a basic parry and dodge system. Doing it in like a perfect sense would like get you a reward if you're like wearing this like emblem or charm or something.
Yeah,
It's really cool.
that's cool. That's cool. I'll have to try it at some point, but I don't know if it's in the cards for me right now, you know?
Hmm.
I totally this shit up. I'm super this me off, man.
Yeah.
It bidding me off. Yeah, no, that's super awesome. Is there any like gripes you have with the game yet, or is it just mostly like good stuff at the moment? Like, is there anything you would change so far?
Not at the moment. I've played a decent enough to understand how to play the game, and the gameplay is really good. I mean, it pretty much explains things in the story, and the story is really good. I guess I just haven't played, like, deep enough into it to have, like, a certain gripe with it yet. I'm sure once I, like, play it for a while, I'll be like, yeah, I guess I could see what people are coming from when they say this, but I don't think I've got enough
Hit
time
that
into
point
it.
yet?
Yeah, I don't think I've hit that point yet.
That's fair. Bro, I'm so close.
Here we go, guys. Matt is gonna beat a Rubik's Cube in the next 20 seconds.
Don't put that on me, dude. I already f***ed it up. God damn it. You f***ed me. You literally f***ed me. Not literally, but... To everybody writing fanfic about us, please continue.
Yeah.
Is there any other news, Sam? Any personal or anything?
No, not a whole lot. That was all I wanted to talk about. Did you have any news on your end or anything besides your Rubik's Cube?
I did it.
He did it, guys.
I did it. It's not even a cube, it's a Rubik's cylinder. But, okay, guys, now we're locking in. So, yeah, Expedition 33 is a game set in France.
No, don't spoil it!
Starring Charlie Cox, Jennifer English, Ben Starr, other people. And they go, au revoir.
No!
Is it kind of like Monster Hunter-esque? Like, give me the feel. Is it like Final Fantasy meets Monster Hunter?
It's similar to Final Fantasy. I've never played a Final Fantasy game, but it's got the same, like, fantasy adventure vibe to it. The best vibe I can explain it, this is also, I don't want to say it's a slight spoiler, but the name is pretty much enough in it of itself. It's an expedition game. So it's really a lot of exploring, battling, taking in this world as you're, like, walking through it or running through it or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Is there any, like, QTEs, quick time events, or is it basically just combat, walk around?
It's basically just like combat, walk around, level up your...
Collect stuff.
Yeah, collect stuff, level up your team. I don't think I've had any quick time events, unless you count, like, the parry and counter system.
I mean, yeah, that was kind of a dumb question, because that in itself is like a QTE, but...
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever played, like, God of War, but, like, I was more so thinking about, like, that, where there's, like, a giant battle or whatever, and you have to hit, like, X, Y, B, A, or X triangle, circle, square.
No, it's more laid back, almost. It's a very fun, I don't want to say casual adventure game, because it's not like we're strolling through the magical land on an expedition, but it's like just a fun, laid-back adventure game, you know? It doesn't, like, have me at the edge of my seat, like, God, what am I doing? I need to do this, I can easily just sit here and be like, okay, I think I'm gonna do this move, use this as a strategy.
One game I actually have been playing is called Fights in Tight Spaces. Another roguelike, shoot me. But I didn't mean it! I didn't mean it! Stop! No, but it's like a deck builder roguelike where you kind of like walk around and fight people. It's pretty fun. You upgrade your moves.
You upgrade your moves.
You do some you beat up the guys, and it's a strategy, you know. Yeah, it's super cool. For Christmas, received the Fallout TTRPG box with a like pre-made module with character sheets, and it comes with like the source book and everything, so I'll be able to run Fallout games now, so that's really cool. I want to get more TTRPG stuff. It just so happened that for Christmas I was graced with it, but super cool. If you like Fallout, there's a TTRPG for it. There's also one for like Star Wars and stuff like that, but I mainly wanted the Fallout one. I kind of want the Avatar, The Last Airbender one, and there's this other one that's called Call of Cthulhu, which is pretty fun as well. But yeah, very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. But yeah, is there any other news or?
Unless, did you get a chance to check out the Wonder Man trailer? Because that
I
dropped.
did not. I did not. I saw clips of it.
It looks interesting. We're starting to get bits and pieces of the story, too. And it seems like he's an actor with superpowers. And apparently superpowers have been banned in Hollywood. So he's keeping them a secret in order to get the part of a superhero.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know exactly where they're gonna go with that or what's gonna come from it, but it does seem like a little interesting piece of media that I might end up tuning into.
This is why we watch the show. It'll tell us what happens.
No, I just want to watch the trailers. I want to
Okay.
watch whatever I can without actually watching the shows. Come on, Matt.
You are my worst enemy, if that's how you view things. You are a terrible person. No, I watch the Avatar movies for the sexy cat people, okay?
Yeah.
Not the same story 3 times over. I watch it for the sexy cat people, because I do. That would be my big fat ass. I do watch that for the big sexy cat people, but also those movies just make me feel something.
Hard on.
It is, man. Yeah, among other things. Jake Sully is a handsome man. Neytiri is a goddess. Varang is a goddess. Well, crazy. A cult leader, but Quaritch in cat form, dude. His waist is snatched.
Nah.
You wouldn't know what I'm talking about. I really like
No.
the Na'vi water tribe people. Their eyes are so huge, and I love it. They literally got fish eyes, bro. I don't know what about it, but they're like way more hot than the regular Na'vi people to me. This is a problem I have, I guess. Finding alien races or whatever extremely hot, but hey man, it is what it is.
It is.
They hate us because they ain't us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Wonder Man, yeah, Wonder Bread.
Yeah.
If you ain't first, you're last, Ricky Bobby. Talladega Nights.
Other than that,
Big Red
I
Shoe.
don't think a whole lot has happened.
Fallout Episode 3 came out. That was pretty good.
Oh, nice.
Starring Kumail Nanjiani. Dude, Kumail Nanjiani is ripped, by the way.
Oh, is that the...
I don't remember who he played in Eternals. Like, I don't remember the character name. But he was in Eternals.
Yeah.
Other things.
Yeah,
He's
this guy.
really ripped. Yeah, can we take 30 minutes to talk about his rippling muscles and just that?
Sure.
Okay, so like let's start with his quads. I'm sure they are tight and like ready to pick me up full weight and slam me on something. No. But something I'm hoping for 2026 is Shane Top as Booster Gold in the Booster Gold
Oh,
DC
yeah.
project. That'd be awesome.
That'd be interesting.
He's not tall enough, sadly, but he
Neither
carries
is
the
Tom
spirit.
Cruise. He's in a lot of things.
That's true, but like Booster Gold is like a failed athlete, right?
I don't
So
know.
he travels back in time to be a superhero. I don't know.
I don't know either.
He goes, "I'm Green
I'm
Lantern."
Booster Gold.
No, I'm Booster Gold, not Green Lantern. I'm Booster Gold.
Yeah, so he's using a technology he stole?
Makes sense.
I just want to know.
Yeah, he's
what
not a
it-
very good guy until he becomes Booster Gold, so. He's either a failed actor or like a failed athlete, and then he goes back in time to try and like make it in a different time, I guess, and then he ends up just like donning a costume and becoming a superhero.
Yeah, it's not giving me a definitive. I have to read.
No thanks. This is a purely listening episode. Given that, Sam, if there's no more news, I suppose we can get into your topic here.
Let's get into it. Shine down.
It's about to get real. It's about to get heavy. It's about to... Sam, I'm going to instruct you now to not put any Shinedown music in this episode.
Yeah. It's
we
just
will get shot down.
yeah, it'll immediately get copyright struck. Unfortunately, they have such a great lineup. For those of you who have never listened to Shinedown or have never heard of Shinedown, they are a alternative rock, pop kind of almost now. They're still rock, but they do a little bit of pop in there in between.
That's how most mainstream rock bands go.
Yeah, but they've been going for a while. Their first album was, I believe, 2003. So they're over 20 years old, right in the great divorced dad rock era. Let's go. But yeah, Shinedown. And then I don't know if you know this, Matt. For those of you who are not into the harder rock type of stuff that Shinedown puts out, they have a sub band called Smith and Myers, which is two guys that are in Shinedown. They have two albums. They do some covers, which their covers are pretty good. And then they also do original songs. The first Smith and Myers song I heard was called Bad at Love. I think that's their top song, or second to top song. It says top song. That's their top song. It's a really laid back, nice and mellow kind of song.
Now, this isn't a cover of the Halsey song Bad at Love, is it?
No. This is a totally different one. Great instruments, great vocals, very laid back, mellow. I think some of their top covers, in my opinion, would be they do a really good job with a Rebel Yell cover.
Ooh!
Yeah. And then they have a... Is that all? Where's... Oh, no. Acoustic Sessions. Part 1, Part 2. They have a Nothing Else Matters Metallica cover, and then they do a really good job. They do a Counting Crows He Talks to Angels cover, which that one is really, really good, in my opinion.
I'll have to give that one a listen. You said it's called what?
She Talks to Angels.
The band, I mean, what is the subsidiary band called?
I think it's Counting Crows.
The band that was formed from Shinedown, Sam.
Smith and Myers.
Thank you.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't like the kind of angsty rock type music, you can go give Smith and Myers a listen to, see if you like that kind of side of the two singers.
Interesting stuff. Sam, I did want to ask you, I kind of want to jump directly into the feels. What if you had to equate your joy of listening to Shinedown to a specific part of your life and why it matters that much? What part of your life would you equate it to?
That's a good question. Man, it's hard to pick just one because over the years, Shinedown has been just in and out of my life, from like the first song that I heard from them making an impact on me to like even the like fifth time I heard a song on like a TV show and it ended up being a Shinedown song, and then it was like boom, got me even into the band more. And then there were times where I've cried to like multiple Shinedown songs. I get super emotional when I listen to Shinedown for some reason. They just have some bangers.
That they do. That they do. What was the first song that kind of like roped you in, I guess, then?
This is one of the things I wanted to talk about. Not only was this the starting song that got me into it, but this is a really emotionally heavy song for me too, because it kind of, I don't want to say lifted me out of a dark time, but like watching the lead singer Brent Smith talk about like the meaning behind this song, it just brought me to tears. And it's like, this is such a heavy emotional song for like the way it's sung. But that song is 45 off of their Leave a Whisper album.
'Cause I'm staring down the barrel of a 45.
My friend Austin showed me that song for the first time, and then I listened to it, thought it was good, and then, kept listening to it from there. It's got this very kind of angsty rock edge vibe to it. But then, like I said, I think there's a YouTube video. Let me see if I can find it. He did like some sort of live. Anyways, I can't seem to find the exact one, but he did a like a live cover of it, and he was explaining the meaning behind it. He was talking about when he was younger. Um, his friend tried to attempt suicide and failed. He ultimately couldn't do it, and that's part of the meaning behind 45 is everything that the world can give, but also take from you. Highly recommend giving that speech a listen to if you could find it. Uh, I couldn't, but I probably just wasn't looking hard enough. I'm bad with typing things into Google too.
Fair enough. So, is there a reason that it resonated with you so hard that at that point in time? I assume it probably resonated because of the implications and you were in a rough patch yourself.
It was partly that, and also part of just realizing at the time that like as much as like life has to give me, life also has the power to take it. So even if you like, I don't know how to explain it right now.
That's fair. So, what in your standing right now, what is probably the best album that they've dropped in your opinion?
So my favorite album is the Sound of Madness album. Every song on there is a banger, except for which one is it? There's one I don't like, but it doesn't stop me from listening to the entire album. It is Sound of Madness Deluxe. There's The Crow and the Butterfly Pull Mix, which was a weird remix of The Crow and the Butterfly. And The Crow and the Butterfly is such a beautifully done song. At the time, I listened to this 2007 album actually really late. I think it was like 2 falls ago, so not last fall, but the fall before, so it would have been fall of 2024. Brings back a lot of good memories, especially with The Crow and the Butterfly. It just reminds me of that fall presence in the air, that like time is passing, the seasons are changing, and you just gotta like kind of let it go forward,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'd say Sound of Madness is my top album by them. They also do a really good job with their mid to later albums. Amaryllis is a really good album, along with Threat to Survival. Both of those albums kind of they're in the midst between like the Shinedown like change and evolution, so where they're kind of like at their prime, I guess I want to say, where they're like the grunge rock alternative band that they're like known for.
Mm-hmm.
And then a couple of the earlier albums are really good, but they don't have like a defined style to them. So like they're still starting out as like a band trying to create a name for themselves. So it's not that it's like a bad album or anything, but it's just definitely once you get past Us and Them into Sound of Madness, you really hit peak Shinedown, and then it kind of goes up. It starts to mellow out a little bit into the recent I want to say probably like 8 years or so. Attention is a really good one. I will say my one gripe with Attention is the dramatic change from the like hardcore like alternative rock all the way until it gets up to the 11th and 12th song in the album, which are their motivational and sad, sappy song, which they put at the end. It's fine. They're great songs. The only thing is it just doesn't match the vibe of the whole set list. And that's my only gripe with that album.
I get that.
And then Planet Zero, I haven't had a chance to listen to all the way. That's their most recent album. It's the one where they have more of their pop like songs, like their pop rock songs. They have, of course, the classic "A Symptom of Being Human." That's like probably one of their most recently overplayed songs. But they also have good songs like "Dysfunctional You" and "Hope." Hope is a good one, and so is Daylight. Daylight's a little overplayed, but it's still good. And then recently, in 2025, they came out with 3 singles. The first one called 365. That's like a pop rock kind of nice one.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got Killing Fields. Oh, sorry, they came out with 4. Killing Fields, 365, Dance Kid Dance. Killing Fields and Dance Kid Dance are kind of their more definitely hype rock songs. And then they recently came out with a new single just before, I want to say just before the holidays, either Thanksgiving or Christmas. That one's called Searchlight. And that one's kind of like a country rock kind of thing. I think they performed it live at one of the Opry houses.
Okay.
So
That's cool. I'm gonna be real. Like I stated either before in the episode or before the episode, before we started recording, I only have 9 songs from them in my playlist, and I want you to rate them based off of the songs in my playlist.
okay, am I rating them like 1 out of 9?
No. Just give me like a 1 through 10. Like how do you feel?
How do I
About
feel
these
about
songs.
like rating the song in general? Okay.
Yes. So, starting with the first song I added into my playlist by them, it's off of the album with like the egg wrapped in like a snake.
Yep. Threat to Survival.
Yeah. The first song is State of My Head.
For rating it, I might give it like a 7 or an 8. Like I said, it's a solid Shinedown song. It's kind of got that like bump diddity march rhythm almost to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a pop rock anthem almost, I want to say. It's
Yeah.
like it's a good song. I'll say that. I'd give it like a 7.5.
Okay. And then the second to earliest song that I added on my playlist also comes from the exact same album, and it does not. I don't have any more from that album. So after you rate this one, I want you to rate the Threat to Survival album as well, if you want. We could also just snuff that out if you don't want to, but
No, I can do that.
it's Cut the Cord.
Cut the Cord. Definitely a good one. Yeah. It's more of an aggressive Shinedown song.
It's more groovy as well.
Let's see.
And plant the seed and count to 10. Just count to 10.
We're gonna make it rain, so ring the
And ring the
bell.
bell. And I know it all too well. Switchblade at the edge of my wrist. Can I get a with that whip?
Cut the Cord.
See,
Let's
agony
see.
brings no reward. One last bit and one last go. Don't be a casualty. Cut the cord. That's a cover, by the way. You can't. I was covering the song.
Yeah, you can't copyright us for that, Shinedown.
No, I took artistic liberty and covered your fantastic song.
Yes. Cut the Cord. Let's see. What would I rate it?
Yeah.
Maybe like a 6.5. I gotta be in
So
the
less than State of My Head?
yeah. I gotta be in the right mindset for Cut the Cord. It's very aggressive and like go get 'em, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It is like a I don't want to say the hardest Shinedown song, but it's a good one, especially as the second album in the song.
You mean second song in the album?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Second album in the song. What? Alright. Third song.
Wait, I thought I was rating the Threat to Survival.
Oh,
album.
yeah. Threat to Survival, yeah.
Let's
How would
see.
you rate that album as a whole?
11 songs. I think this album definitely gets an 8. It has some really good Shinedown songs. My second favorite song in it, my second favorite Shinedown song ever is How Did You Love? That one's got like a real good country western vibe to it. Very like good moral code to it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Thick as Thieves is also good, and so is Asking for It, and It All Adds Up. It All Adds Up kind of gives me like an ego trip, so, I mean, there's that. But yeah, I'd definitely give Threat to Survival an 8 out of 10. Definitely a good album.
Yeah. Alright. This one, I don't think it might come from an album. I'm not sure. There's a tree on the cover.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know where this is going. This is like one of the Shinedown songs. Simple Man, the acoustic version.
Yeah, yes sir. That's a banger cover right there. Specifically the acoustic version. The vocals in that song are just unbelievably great. That song I definitely rate it a 9. That's like one of their top like songs that they're also like very well known for.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd give Simple Man acoustic a solid 9.
A solid 9 big booms.
Ooh.
What about the album? I don't know what album that is.
This is from Leave a Whisper Deluxe Edition. Let's see. This one has Iconics. This one's such a good album. Fly from the Inside. Another iconic one. Left Out. Better Version. Burning Bright. Burning Bright is a great song. There's like a bridge in Burning Bright it's like the greatest words I've ever read or like listened to. You know the song where it's like, the more the light shines through me? That song?
Yeah.
That's Burning Bright. But it's the bridge here, and it said, there's nothing ever wrong, but nothing's ever right. Such a cruel contradiction. I know I cross the line. It's not easy to define. I'm born to indecision. There's always something new, some path I'm supposed to choose, with no particular rhyme or reason. And he's like screaming that, and like, God, it's such a great bridge. But yeah, back to the album, Leave a Whisper Deluxe. You also got Stranger Inside, Crying Out, 45. Then you've got some of the demos, Soon Forgotten, Falling Fearless, Left Out, Emptiness Man. This one is a banger album. I'm gonna give it an 8. This was one of their first albums. So it's definitely one of their albums where they don't have like a defined Shinedown-esque like style to them, but they do have a style that they're trying out, and it suits them well. So I'm gonna definitely give it an 8.
Okay. Now I'm gonna group in 3 of these songs because they all come from the same album. It looks like a swarm of birds on a white back template.
Yeah, that's Sound of Madness.
So the first song in that grouping being Sound of Madness, considering how much I've sang it already in this recording. Or at least hummed to it. I created the sound of madness, wrote a book on pain, somehow here, new display.
Sound of Madness. A solid song. Definitely, they've got their signature Shinedown feel to them. I'm gonna give Sound of Madness an 8.
Solid.
Especially since it's the second.
Also kind of iconic.
Yeah, it's the second song in the album. It's the album, or the song the album is named after. So it's got that iconic vibe to it.
The title song.
Yeah, it's a good solid 8.
Now, how do we feel about the song Second Chance?
I'd give it another 8 as well. It's got that angsty rock feel to it. Definitely one of those iconic divorced dad rock songs.
Yeah.
You know, tell my mother, tell my father, I've done the best I can.
Make me realize this is my life. I don't understand. Make me somebody a second chance.
Yeah, I'd give it a solid 8. My only gripe with it is that sometimes it's a little overplayed, but it's not too overplayed where you're hearing it everywhere. It's just overplayed to the point of it's such an iconic song. You're gonna hear it on any like alternative rock radio station.
Well, to end out this album before you rate the album, there's one last one here. It's Devour.
The beginning song of The Sound of Madness. I'd give it a 7.
Mm-hmm.
songs, but still a solid Shinedown song.
Yeah, okay. So that album, how are we feeling?
Sound of Madness, 10 out of 10 album. I love every song in the album. Devour is great, Sound of Madness great, Shinedown, Second Chance great, Cry for Help great, The Crow and the Butterfly, fantastic. If You Only Knew, fantastic. Sin with a Grin, fantastic. What a Shame, fantastic. Cyanide Sweet Tooth Suicide, great song. Breaking Inside, good. Call Me, great. I Own You, good. The Energy, good. The Energy, Son of Sam, good. I Own You, good. Junkies for Fame, great. Second Chance Acoustic, good. Like I said, I don't like the Crow and Butterfly pull mix. Her Name is Alice, that's a solid Shinedown song. It's a little weird. It's from like the perspective of Alice in Wonderland. Breaking Inside is good. And then of course my all-time favorite Shinedown song, Diamond Eyes, Boom Blay. That really gets my blood pumping. Boom Blay, boom blay, boom. I think I read somewhere that song was intended to be used in the Expendables movie, but it never was.
Which one? There's like 5.
There's 4.
My fault. Fantastic.
But yeah, I'd give Sound of Madness a solid 10 out of 10.
Aside from the one remix.
Yeah.
Well, this one, I don't even know how to describe this picture because it's so small and if I click on it. But the song is called Save Me.
Well, that's a good one. That's in Us and Them. That is a really good one. I like that song. I'd probably give it a 9, actually. That's a really good, solid Shinedown song. Both the rock version and the acoustic version are great. It's got the nice kind of steady, build to the rockness to it, and the kind of, like, closure to it. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. It's a great song. I definitely
You're the music guy. You know how that works.
Yeah, when the song makes you climax or whatever, that's good.
Okay, and then how do you rate the album?
Album, I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10. There are definitely some good songs in it. This is another one where I think they were trying to find their style. Yeah, their sound style. So they don't really have it defined yet. And some of the songs in this album are more of a hit or miss. That's why I'm giving it a 7.
Okay. And after we finish out, because I only got 2 more songs on here, I got one more question for you. But the second to last song that I have added to here is Enemies, like I told you.
All right, that's a good one.
I know it's a newer,
is that
not newest. It's like a black background circle.
It's in Amaryllis. Amaryllis is a goated album. Let's see, Amaryllis, 2000, what did I say, 2012? Yeah, Enemies, 5th song, and it's a good one. Definitely got that classic Shinedown style to it. It's definitely one of those rock songs you can, scream in the car when you're, going for a ride.
Mm-hmm.
I'd give it a solid 7.5.
Okay. And then the album, Amaryllis or whatever you said?
Yeah, Amaryllis. The album's pretty good. I like Bully. Love Amaryllis. Unity's pretty good. Enemies is pretty good. I'm Not Alright. Nowhere Kids. Miracle's good. I Follow You for My Sake. Through the Ghost. I think this is a good solid 9 album. It's right after Sound of Madness. So they have that kind of mix between rock and pop that they're really actually going for in this album, and it's a good solid balance between rock and pop and how they kind of work to combine some of the 2 genres in to make certain songs, especially Amaryllis and Miracle, because they're just very filling songs. They're very hopeful messages about hey, if we stick through this, we can make it through anything.
Yeah.
And then, hey, it's a miracle. We're all alive. You just need to look around and see that. So, I'd give the album a solid 9.
Okay. And then the last song, Sam, coming from Attention, is Devil.
Devil.
It's about to get heavy. It's about to be on
That's a good one. Let's see. Did I add that? Okay. Yeah, Devil. Devil's good. It's one of those ones I need to re-listen to from time to time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a good 7. It's like the second album, this is the second time I've done this. Second song in the album. So it's got like the good lead in to like the music, and it's got that nice like shine down edge to it. So yeah, I'd give it a good 7.
For sure. And then the album as a whole?
Attention, I'd give it an 8. It's a good album. I like a lot of the songs in it. Like I said, my only gripe with this album is once it gets past the 10th song and it hits the 11th song, which is Get Up, and then the 12th song, which is Special. Those songs don't really fit the vibe of this album, and they don't really fit into the flow of this album either. I think the flow of this album could have been done better. Other than those two songs, I think it's a banger album. Not that those two songs are bad, but they're like a different type of shine down when you're listening to them. So, but yeah, I'd give it an 8 out of 10, just because those are my only gripes.
Okay. Now, the question of the hour is, do you think, in your opinion, that there is an album by Shinedown that is like a sub 5 on the out of 10 rating scale, like 5 or below, or do you think that your like favorite bias affects it too much?
There are some that get close. The only one I'm thinking of right now is, well, the only two I'm thinking of. One is Us and Them. I almost brought it down to a 6, just because it's really one of those albums where it's a hit or miss. You know, if this is not your type of music, you're not going to like this album. And if this is like your first Shinedown album, then there's a good chance that this album can turn someone off of Shinedown really quickly, just because it's one of those albums where they don't have their defined edge to them. And, you know, like I said, a lot of the songs are hit and miss. So it's definitely one of their lower end albums. And then the other album I haven't had a chance to listen to all the way, which is kind of a shame. But the other one I'd say is Planet Zero, just because I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about Planet Zero. Apparently it has a lot more pop than it does like rock, and some people had a problem with that. But from the songs that I have listened to, and they're all good rock songs. Like I said, I don't have too strong of an opinion on Planet Zero because I haven't listened to it yet, but that's one of the ones where like it did have mixed reviews. So
Okay.
I think those are their two kind of iffy albums.
And I did have one more question I wanted to ask you before you either finish out what you had planned or we end up the episode here. If we had the lead vocalist, the songwriter in the call right now, what would be your first thing that you would want to do or talk about?
Probably talk through like just the songwriting experience with him. You know, some of the like words to the songs just kind of pass through my mind, you know, like nonchalantly. Like I hear them and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I registered them. And then others I like sit there and I listen to and I'm like, this is like a really good either story or like he really knows what to say at this exact moment, you know? So I definitely talk with Brent Smith about like the songwriting process and everything. I think that's one of the most captivating things for me when it comes to music. Is like the words and I almost want to say meaning behind the words, but I don't, because sometimes just knowing the meaning behind the words takes away some of the meaning behind the words. So
yeah, I get that, because if they don't add up to what you interpreted them as,
yeah,
then it just kind of like ruins it almost.
and you're sitting there like, this isn't what I thought it was. This is.
But isn't the magic of music deriving your own meaning from it?
I like to think so, yeah.
That's what makes it so alluring, because not every song, you know, Katy Perry could come out and say, oh yeah, Fireworks is about nuking several countries, and everybody's like, no,
not really.
Firework is all about being a firework and feeling like a paper bag. Or a plastic bag or whatever.
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag floating through the wind, wanting to start again?
Wanting to be a plastic bag. Do you ever feel Like a house of cards.
Like House of Cards, the TV show with Kevin Spacey.
No.
But yeah, that's Shinedown.
That is Shinedown, one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, if there's a new album for Shinedown coming out, Sam's your go-to guy. He'll tell you about it.
Yep.
He'll try it out, maybe.
We got one coming out. I want to say either this year. There hasn't been an official announcement, but I think they've been working on something. So
Yeah. Well, do you have anything you want to cover before we move on to the wheel?
no, I'm good on my end. Let's give that bad boy a spin and
Yeah. Yeah. All right. You able to see it there, pal?
yeah. Can you, the
Alrighty.
viewers, see it?
Can you, the viewers, see the wheel?
The wheel.
Oh, before we spin the wheel, I did want to say, I actually, I don't know if I told you this. Like, the middle of last year, I want to say like August, close to September, I actually submitted an audition for a voiceover role for a little project that I found. And I did not make it, sadly, but I was very happy with the fact that I actually put my foot out there, stuck my head through the door and kind of tried it out. And from that, they created another Discord and are making another like little thing. So hopefully, I'll be able to, put my head out through that door again and see if anything talks back.
Yeah.
So possibly, if I get a voiceover role, I'll let you guys know. But that's something super interesting for me. I think in the end, that's kind of what I want to go for, just being some sort of face. You know what I mean? Whether it be a face of games, shows, or podcasts, I guess, or streaming. But okay. So we took out Shinedown, obviously, and Sam elected to add the Amazing Digital Circus because he's the one that tells lies.
Oh, dude, you ruined it.
You just ruined it. No, dude, they took everything.
That was my entire life savings, dude.
I think I'm gonna be sick. Oh. But yeah, we added the Amazing Digital Circus, so we will see. We'll see what we have to talk about next week.
Yeah.
Let's give it a little spin. All right.
Oh.
This is another one that Sam has added. Hades. The game or more. Obviously, Hades 2 had just come out. I've played neither of them. I've seen gameplay of the first one.
Matt's gotta get another roguelike in his library.
My repertoire. Yeah, great. I think Hades is actually in the Game Pass or something, so I might be able to play it. But if not, I might see about paying some money, or I might just watch a playthrough. Some runs or something. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm not really a big fan of bullet hell roguelites and roguelikes, but
I mean, it's not. It can be a bullet hell at some points in the game. I'm looking at those little wizards that come at you in the second level. I can't think of the name of anything because I haven't played the game in a good couple weeks, but yeah, we'll get into that later.
Yeah. Well, guys, we've spun the wheel. Matt hasn't forgotten anything this week.
Yeah, he has.
What did I forget?
You kind of forgot to upload on YouTube.
By the time this episode out, both episodes of the podcast will be up on YouTube, and a sincere apology will be in order.
It's been a busy week, to be fair.
It has been a really busy week, and I just now am getting my additional day off this week from work because of holiday. So it will be up tonight. I'll get it up tonight, and then by the time this episode comes out, it'll be like a double feature for you.
Yeah.
If you watch on YouTube. Not a lot of people watch on YouTube anyways, so I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah.
But it does need to be put up there just so that if someone does come across it and they decide to binge us, please do.
You got time. We're only 12
time.
episodes in. This is the 12th episode.
Yeah, 12 episodes. The Dirty Dozen.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Matt has forgotten something, but next week I will not forget anything. Nothing will be forgotten. It's a new year, new me. I'm gonna post more on the TikTok, even if it causes controversy.
Yeah.
Oh, hopefully good controversy, not like cancel me controversy.
Nope, already canceled.
I said that I liked Stranger Things 5, and I just got shot in the back of the skull.
Bam.
Yeah, they're like, look at the little rabbits, Lenny. Look at the little rabbits. Whoa, boom.
No,
My eyeballs blown out the front. Anywho, Sam, where the frick can they find you, man?
They can find me on Instagram and on TikTok as the Style Guru 52. I post men's fashion, men's fragrance, me, clips of the TikTok, a little bit of in between.
Clips of the TikTok?
Yeah, clips of the podcasts of the TikTok clips. Yeah, that's the Style Guru 52. Matt, where can they find you?
I'm still. I think you said podcasts of the TikTok clips.
That one I said on purpose.
Okay. That's what we need to do. Is how many things can Matt forget, and how many times can Sam fumble his words? I think you're winning by a long shot on that.
Yeah.
But you can find me playing games every Tuesday and Saturday, sometimes Thursdays, on Twitch, actually, at twitch.tv/slothistreams. I'm almost at 60 followers, so that's kind of goated. Sam, if you're not following me, I'm going to castrate you, because I get ad revenue now. So, like, you need to be subbed, you need to be paying me money. You need to be, yeah. I'm basically selling my body to you at this point while I play games. So I play games on there. And then you can find me on TikTok at Slothy Boy, with I's instead of Y's for both. As per usual, I'm gonna fucking post all of our social handles in the description of the YouTube video, so if you're watching on there, go check it out. And if you're not watching, or if you're listening on Spotify, go check out the YouTube. That's where the handles will be if you are interested. I post almost nothing on TikTok anymore, other than on the actual TikTok account for the podcast. And still, that's only when like big things happen, or I watch big things and have to talk about it. But if you want funny memes and stuff, you go on the Instagram for that, where Sam dwells.
Where I dubiously post every 2 months or something. I'm working on it.
Well,
we're working on
podcast,
posting.
I mean, yeah. It's all about getting into a good rhythm, and once we get into it, we'll be unstoppable.
Yeah.
But, okay, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in for this week's episode of Pod-1218. This has been episode 12. And you all have a fantastic rest of your day. If you're listening to this on the drive to work, you have a good day at work. If you're listening to this before you go to bed, have a good night's rest. I'm going to leave. We're going to leave.
Yeah.
We're going to leave, man.
You gotta leave.
It's about to get real.